Welcome back to CuboldCast. In this episode, we will be covering the Dark Pictures Anthology, House of Ashes.
Yes.
The third installment.
We gotta come up with a better intro. We've been talking about that for a long time, but we never have. We
What?
always just do like, yeah, right after the intro.
Yeah.
We need to
We
come up with
don't
something
need
better.
a better intro.
We're
It's
just
like,
gonna bleed into it.
Yeah. You guys have a good Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was
Yee.
amazing.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It really was. It was a good year.
yes.
I don't know. People said 2020 was horrible, and it was in certain ways, but like, I don't remember that much of the bad that actually happened.
Yeah.
Pretty
Well,
much.
For us, we went hiking a bunch.
I remember.
So 2020 was actually one of the better years.
yeah.
Like in spite of everything that happened,
we had a
got-
lot. We had a lot of time.
that's it. Yeah, we had a lot of time to kind of just do whatever. And
Mhm.
we didn't get that this year, which this year wasn't bad, but
What is it? We also had a lot of time to, what was it, play Rust in the beginning
That
of
was
it.
the very
Yeah.
beginning.
That was the very beginning of
did
the
we do Rust
lockdown.
this year?
Briefly.
No.
Yeah, we did briefly.
Did
Chug
we?
didn't.
I played
But-
for one day and I was done.
Caleb and Ricky did a couple months ago.
Yeah. It almost every year you need to have like a month dedicated to Rust.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Or at least 2 full weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for a wipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then after that point, it's like you got to stop for a year, take a break.
Pretty much.
Because it's really draining, but it's really fun at
Yeah.
the same time.
Like, same thing with Ark. Ark, we played it for like, what is it, a couple weeks, and then we stopped playing.
Yeah.
I feel like we get one big chunk of time out of it, and then every single time we try to get into it later on, we just can't.
Mm.
Ark is different. Like it is somewhat like Rust, but it's not nearly the same amount of like intensity.
Last time we played, all our dinos got destroyed.
We
Like the
yeah.
last 10 minutes.
That
we
was-
got wrecked.
that was the craziest Ark thing
And
we've
then
ever
that
done.
Wait, what was your dude's
interdimensional
name?
world
What is it?
war happened.
Oh, yeah. No, I was talking about the recent time.
Oh,
A couple weeks
recent?
ago.
That happened?
Yeah. Do you remember that?
Oh.
Caleb, what was your dinosaur's name?
First name Mo, last name Lester. So Mo Lester.
Well-
He was screaming when he died.
Yeah, because me and Ricky were trying to tame the Bronchosaurus,
yeah.
and that thing just wrecked. And I had my dinos on passive, but I don't know what it is, but like some of the other dinos didn't have passive, and then they started attacking it.
Yeah, like my
And you're
Stego.
screaming.
We worked so hard to get that Stego,
Yeah.
and then it just dies. I'm just like,
Well, the
it
good
made me
thing
so
is
mad.
it wasn't an official server, so we didn't spend hours trying to tame things.
That is true.
Yeah, it was just for one stream. Who streamed that time?
That
I
was
think it
me
was
too.
you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is all these decorations. If you're listening audio, check out the video because we switched our decorations to full out Christmas. Thanks to Elena. I'm the one who just put the things in place, but she directed everything.
Yeah, Elena's definitely our decorator.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She did the same thing with
we
the
had
Halloween
sheetrock
stuff
dust
last
on the
year.
couch until like a month ago.
That's true.
Yeah,
And
but then
We did
yeah,
not care.
Yeah.
yeah.
as long as the video was good, everything else was.
Yeah. Anything
care.
that is not on the screen, it's just a disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not horrible. There's just a lot of stuff over
Everything's
there.
just thrown into a corner.
Although Ben's a disaster over there.
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Ricky couldn't be with us today, so we have Ben again.
Hello.
Yeah.
Mm.
Eventually, we'll get a camera on him.
Why?
Right
Why
under,
not?
right
yeah,
under
a
the chin.
cam. That's what I was
Yeah.
about to
Oh,
say.
yeah, that'd be better.
She uses a webcam on the laptop.
That actually that would actually work.
Yeah.
But it might be a little weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be weird.
You got to make Ben fisheye, like the fisheye.
Yeah.
right in the
thing.
forehead.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that one picture of you on the GoPro.
Which
You
one?
look like a pinhead.
Dude, remember that time? So I had a GoPro years ago. I since got rid of it or sold it, which I love the GoPro, but I don't do nearly as much as I used to, so I don't really have a use for it.
You lost it in that river.
I also lost it in. It came
Dude,
off
that
my head.
sucks.
That head strap is the worst. But then again, it's not used for that.
We did jump into like it was like a 20-foot drop.
Oh,
We
The
did.
GoPros are made for that.
no, but the head strap isn't. It in the instructions it says not to do it while you're jumping into water.
Oh,
It's like for biking and having it on your head.
Yeah.
So I jumped in and I come back up and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I didn't feel it on my head.
Yeah.
And then I nearly got like frostbite because I was looking for it.
oh, it was that cold.
It was
freezing.
pretty cold.
Wow,
But we were looking in the water for like an hour.
that's insane.
It was crazy. We couldn't find it.
Yeah. But that was when I was working at Smoothie King, and like a purchase like that was huge for me.
Oh
I just-
yeah.
but I got 50% off my next one, which
What? Because you
Yeah,
lost
the
the other one.
Yeah, in the water. I never found it again.
Oh, I know, but they gave you 50% off because you lost
because
it.
I lost it, which was really crazy because they shouldn't do that. But if someone ever finds that, I went pee while having it on my head.
Oh.
You look down.
Yeah.
They pull out the SD
They're like, "What's
card.
that, man?" I'm kidding.
Oh,
No,
whoa.
but I literally had it on my head while I was peeing. So
What is it? That one time that I think Ricky would take a dump, and I think Ezra took
yeah,
one
he
of
ran
his
up
GoPro and
and-
he recorded Ricky taking a dump. He
How
was
do
like,
you take?
I don't
well,
even,
I guess-
I don't even know what happened.
I've done it before. Take a dump like in
Oh.
not in the wild. but,
Remember
like,
that one time we
in
went
the
to
wild.
Virginia, and Ricky showed us how he took a dump at boot camp when he was in the woods.
Yeah.
Like he had to grab onto a tree, lower himself down, dig a hole below him, and like
Wait, why grab onto a tree? Like,
don't
so you
know.
can squat easier.
yeah, but don't
I
you have
guess.
enough leg strength to just squat normally?
Maybe. What if you do that with your leg? It might get on your calf.
Ew. The listeners are probably just like,
They're like,
"What are you
"What?"
guys talking
Oh,
about?"
oh, by the way, I've been meaning to say this for the last couple of podcasts, but I keep forgetting. Audio listeners, whether you're listening on Apple or Spotify or whatever it is, if you leave us a review, like I know we have a couple of reviews on Apple, but the more reviews, the better it is for us. And on Spotify, if you follow us and whatever else there is on Spotify, but
Mhm.
that helps us out a lot.
I have Apple Podcasts up right now. Maybe I'll leave a review.
You
This is
leave
the best
your
podcast
own
ever.
review.
gaming podcast.
Wow, these guys are great.
You're like,
Like it's-
especially that JJ guy.
He's extra cute. We had a pretty good
Awesome.
Halloween lineup last month.
We
We
did.
did.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait for next year.
Two of them were House of Ashes, or was that one podcast?
House of Ashes is
I mean,
only one game.
Dark Pictures.
Yeah, two of them were Dark Pictures.
Yeah. So we played House of Ashes for the recent one,
Yeah.
and
For this
overall, it's
specific
really good. I
podcast.
liked
And I
it.
think they have one more in the lineup.
One more. In
In
the next
season
one,
one.
And that looks
yeah, the
good.
next
yeah,
one's
season one. I saw that.
what is it? The next one's about a serial killer.
That one looks so interesting.
If that one's crazier than this one, it's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think House of Ashes is my favorite one of the three so far.
Yeah. I had some complaints about it, but I really liked the game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the next one, I'm confused. Like, wait, Ben, do you know how to do the OBS stuff or throwing stuff on screen?
Like-
you could throw the trailer up. I don't know if not, then just don't even worry about it. Okay, don't even worry
You
about
can just
it.
go to that screen and then pull up the trailer.
If not, don't worry about it. But
I didn't set up that scene on OBS.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It doesn't really matter all that much. But what is so it's about a serial killer,
Well,
but
nobody knows exactly what it's about, but pretty much what the curator says towards the end of House of Ashes. It's not really a spoiler. It's kind of. He says you're gonna be stuck in a place that you cannot seem to leave.
so you're gonna
So
be
you're gonna be
hunted.
most likely be hunted inside. People are thinking like a hotel or something.
There's that animatronic dead body.
That's what I was thinking. I was
Yeah.
like, what is that? I thought that was that was talking at
Maybe
first.
he lures you into like a warehouse where he has like all these things set up for you or something.
Mm.
What, Ben, what's that on the top left?
What?
Say
What's the
Squidward
SpongeBob?
backwards.
I don't even
If
know.
Dora was raised in the hood.
What
Man,
is
YouTube recommendations are wild.
this?
These
Isn't
are,
even. You're not even signed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a new
Wow.
account recommendation.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool.
Imagine going on YouTube for the first time and seeing that.
Yeah,
It's
that's so
terrifying.
weird.
Oh, there's the Mr. Beast Squid Game, which I still have not
That's
seen.
number one on trending. It's crazy.
77 million views in the last 2 days, which, I mean, don't trailers
Mm,
surpass that?
not really.
usually.
What?
Like depending on it could get 15 to 20 million in like a couple days,
Mm.
depending on the YouTube channel.
But
Mm.
altogether,
altogether, maybe.
like with the multiple
but a
publications.
singular video, like one singular video, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe the infinite, or I don't know. I thought there was one that did like insane. It just kind of like broke the internet type of thing.
What?
I don't know.
Gangnam Style?
No. I mean,
I
yeah.
don't know. I
but
don't think that even
trailer.
That hit over 1 billion.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
So did
Baby.
Baby. Justin Bieber's Baby.
Well, yeah,
Let's
but
see,
that was
most
over
viewed
time
videos.
though.
Yeah.
Like what was it like in the first week? Like did it increase by a lot in the first week?
Remember Harlem Shake?
Ugh,
Yeah.
Do the Harlem Shake. That
So
was so
cringe.
cringy.
I don't miss those times. Well, I miss the times, but I don't miss the cringiness of the times.
Yeah. If you think about it, the online space during like 2011 or like 2010 to like 2013 was just so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like just like all the trends, like
Well, if you think about it now, like if you look at like what we think is funny now versus what we thought was funny back then, it's totally different.
yeah,
Like
minus like the child humor of like
yeah,
farting and stuff.
yeah, exactly. That's
I
still
mean,
that's
that's
the-
forever.
Yeah, that's
Baby
always-
Shark has 9 billion views.
9? Is that the most?
Yeah. The next is Despacito.
Uh,
7
yeah,
billion.
Okay, of course.
Johnny 5.9.
No, Johnny.
And then the next is Shape of You. Ed Sheeran.
No.
And there's a bunch of
9
other songs.
Wait. 9 billion? Hold on.
9 billion
That doesn't
views.
add up.
Yeah. Well, kids must just watch it on repeat.
Yeah.
Their parents just give it
Though,
to them.
yeah,
and-
there's more than people are on the earth. I mean, how many times did those kids watch it?
Well, this is
No idea.
unrelated. Well, it is, but not really. But the guy that does Blippi is like I for whatever reason, like my nephew, he watches him all the time, and he's 2, or yeah, he just turned 2. So I was like, man, this guy's weird. So I looked him up later as like an interview where he's not in his Blippi character, and it's so weird. He's like talking about his office space. He's like, yeah, we're like expanding here, and it's so weird seeing him out of character.
Hmm.
And you have this like weird image in the back of your head of him like being an absolute goof, like just like running around like being a
Yeah,
weirdo.
he is a weirdo. Like, I saw one of his
He's scary.
shows, and he just runs around and does these random movements. He
Yeah,
just
my,
start like dancing randomly.
Yeah,
That's
my
so
s-
weird.
my sister, she was like, she didn't want my nephew watching it anymore because he
I
would
don't
start
blame her.
doing the dances that Blippi would do, and he looks like so stupid. So she's like, I don't want you watching that anymore.
Oh my. Okay. Blippi's net worth is roughly 40 million.
Hmm.
That's insane.
I
Well,
mean,
why are a lot of little kid things like Ryan's toys? How much
Yeah.
is that kid worth now?
I don't know, but
They
stuff
make a
like
lot
that,
of money.
like, I think what we need to do is be a kid channel.
I mean, we are
Imagine.
a free video channel. so
We're like indirectly a kid channel because a lot of people watch our free video channels.
On our streams,
trying to
we,
change
we
that.
get a lot
Yeah.
of we get a lot of strange characters on our streams.
Didn't last night somebody asked what the game was, even though it's in the title?
Is
yeah,
it
someone
free?
did that last week for me too.
The most common thing is it free? I mean,
Is
I haven't gotten that in a while.
I got that last night.
The title was playing Halo Infinite with friends or something, and they're like, "What is this game?" I'm like, "Do you not know how to read a title?"
They're not
I
even
can just
li-
see them cross-eyed at their
we,
keyboard.
we try to put the name of the actual game in the thumbnail too.
Yeah,
So I don't know how people
I
just
don't know.
Wait, Ryan's toys. He's worth 26 million.
that kid's set for life.
I bet his parents are taking most of it.
Ah,
They're
Yeah,
using the
that's
kid as a way to make
I
money.
don't know how YouTube stuff works. I mean, there are those the family channels where I don't agree with a lot of that stuff where they're filming their kids for clout and they're
Mm.
filming their kids for
Yeah.
content.
Well, there's that one recent thing that happened where
With
like,
that
the dog was in the hospital, and the mom was like, cry for the thumbnail.
What in
Like,
the
and she
world?
left it in her video, and she forgot to edit it out. And then afterwards, she deleted her entire channel.
Yeah.
hmm.
So
Like
some
the
of
kid
those-
was like, I am crying because he was actually sad that the
Yeah.
dog was in the hospital.
Like-
but she was so heartless about it.
Yeah. I'm not saying like I'm not saying this is like specifically like a mom problem, but a lot of it is like these mothers have these like communities where they want to glorify their family in a way. Like I think it's called 8 Passengers. And she filmed and recorded her whole experience where her son had like issues where he was kind of like he wasn't being like he was a teenager, but I think he did some stuff and they sent him off to like some sort of camp. And like when he came back, she's like, "Aren't you thankful for the camp?" He's like, and he like paused for a minute, like looked over to the right. He's like, "Yeah, it really helped me like, be a
Oh,
better
what?
person." It's just weird.
I mean, there was like the mom and dad who were yelling at their kids. You remember that? They got the kids taken away.
Oh, really?
They would do these pranks where they'd pretend to be mad at their kids, and they'd scream at them until the kids are like crying their eyes out. And they're like, "Oh, it's just a prank."
What in the world? How
Yeah.
do you do
What?
that? Like, no, but I say all that because I don't know how it is with like, what was it, Ryan's Toys?
Yeah.
But with child actors, there was a huge issue. One of the actors for iCarly, I forget her name, the blonde girl. She essentially was the what do you call it, breadwinner for the family.
Hmm.
She as a child, her mom would put the stress of like mortgage and all that on her. And so she, as a kid, she had pressure of making sure that she did well financially so that her family could like be stable.
That's
Oh,
horrible.
man.
Yeah. And she essentially walked out, like she doesn't, I don't think she acts anymore, but she walked away with nearly nothing
That's
because
crazy.
her parents took it all. But I don't know how the Ryans, it might be different. I don't know how YouTube, well,
Mm.
everyone does it differently, but.
What was that whole thing with what Britney Spears? This is really random off topic, but like
yeah. Oh, I think
her
her,
parents had like custody of her even though she's an adult.
yeah.
They owned her basically.
She won that, didn't she?
She did finally.
I don't know.
But like they were just taking her money and like controlling her every move.
Yeah, it's the same with TikTok stars, or at least with the D'Amelios or whatever. Like her dad specifically is like, it's funny because people make memes about it, but he's like, someone asked him like, oh, like, do you make money or something like that? He's like, what? No, he like dodges the question, but you know that he's taking money from his daughters or whatever. Like, it's just so weird. That's super off topic.
Yeah. What were we talking about before?
I don't
I
know
don't
how we got
know.
started here.
I'm not sure.
We devour.
Yes.
Why is this so big all of a sudden?
I have no clue. I thought for the longest time I thought it was from Moana.
I'm pretty sure it's for
Moana?
like a giant WWE fight that's happening.
Is he
Oh,
back
it's a
in
new
WWE?
fight?
Apparently
Oh.
it's like a rap like against. I don't know. I
It's
don't really
weird
know. I don't know
seeing-
anything about it.
It's weird seeing The Rock. He's so big and bulky, but like him doing the, I can't explain it, but like he's doing all this rap stuff with his hands.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the way he's animated is like so clunky.
Yeah, because his muscles are just so big.
It's just weird. You don't expect it.
Yeah.
He's the highest paid actor.
Really?
Yeah, of all time.
Whoa.
He's in so many movies.
He is. I've been meaning to watch Red Notice. I think it's called on.
Haven't heard of
On
that.
Netflix? Yeah.
It's
I've
got
seen- I've
Ryan
seen it.
Reynolds.
I haven't seen it, but
the lady that plays Wonder Woman and him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Talk about some games.
Yep.
I'm trying to think.
We
Oh,
always
how
get off
about
topic.
Battlefield? We kind of mentioned it, but it's
yeah.
actually
Oh.
out
Yeah,
now.
that's a big thing. It's getting majorly review bombed.
Yeah, 27,
nah. It's
More?
at 55.
55,000 negative reviews on
Okay.
Steam.
Okay, I think it's about 30% that are positive out of 55,000.
Okay.
So it's like 20,000, like 15 to 20 that's positive, and the rest are all negatives.
It's insane.
They just released a patch the other day that fixed a ton of bugs. Fixed that revive bug where if you touch a wall you can't get revived. They
Mm.
fixed the hovercrafts aren't OP anymore. They fixed the bloom on the assault rifles. They fixed a lot of stuff. And they're
But-
listening
yeah.
to people.
But the main reason why people are mad is because the operators, right?
No,
Operators and
Yeah.
classes. That
Well,
definitely
yes,
is. That's all you
that's-
see when you go
that's
on
the
the
main.
on
That's the main
Reddit.
reason. But people are just trying to find anything.
I'm a
they
fan
can.
of the classes.
I am
I
too.
didn't like. It's not necessarily that I didn't like it, but I prefer being able to use any gun as any operator or whatever.
Yeah, I love being able to grab a sniper rifle and a rocket launcher,
Yeah.
and I can snipe or take out tanks whenever I need to.
Mm-hmm.
I hated like you're sniping and you're like, oh, I don't have a rocket, so I just have to die by this tank, I guess.
Mm.
Because not everyone plays as a team in Battlefield.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They always want team play, but team play doesn't always happen unless you actually are in a call with other people.
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed when I'm playing with, let's say, like Ricky, or I'm playing with, I think it was with you or with you, Caleb. If I'm playing by myself, I get some XP, like some decent XP. But when I'm playing with other people and I'm like doing the objectives and we're working together with other people and you're like work with your team, I get like double the XP.
Yeah.
And so I think it's not about like how it feels in game. It's if you play with other people, you're gonna benefit from playing with other people.
Yeah, you can customize your classes in a way that it can work with a team.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't have to have their set layout for team play.
Yeah.
Just make your own team play.
And I think it's I think the majority of people don't do it because me and Chug, we were playing a couple weeks ago and it was just the two of us on a squad, right? Remember that? Well, this was in Battlefield 5.
This
but
was in 5.
we got top 3 squad near I think every match that we played.
Just us two.
Yeah.
You can have
So
5 people in a squad in Battlefield.
I think
5.
that goes to show that a lot of people don't do it. So I think this change is even better
Hmm.
because you can kind of get whatever guns you want.
Mhm.
You're not,
I think the big maps have really grown on me.
Yeah.
Because at first it was a little tedious running, but after a bit you figure you can drop vehicles from the sky or it can just spawn somewhere else.
Well, also, the more you like play a map, the more you learn the map, and the more you know what's what and what happens where.
Mm.
And so you kind of go and you kind of hone in on a specific area, and then you work in that area. You don't like one time you play that map, you go to the sand dunes over in this like the little town, or another time you go to the skyscrapers and you go and fight up there, or you go somewhere else. It's like you could change up your gameplay every time.
Yeah.
Are there any remember how in Battlefield 4 there was like that building?
Levolution,
Yeah. Is there any of that? I haven't experienced any.
that's another thing that people don't really like. They were like showing, they were saying, "Oh, we're going to have insane levolution like nothing you've ever seen before." And like levolution is like maybe you can hit an antenna off the top of a building.
So
Or it's not like to the point of Battlefield 4.
but Levolution
4
is
is well, keep going. Sorry.
Levolution is so what is that? It's not like it's not like walls can be destructed, but it's rather big
One
objects can be.
giant thing that happens in the match, which people consider like some developer said, oh, part of the evolution is the tornado, but it doesn't actually destroy anything. It kind of just is there.
I mean, I was going to say like even in 4, the big thing everyone talked about was how one building could collapse.
Mhm.
But the thing is that wasn't all that cool. It was more annoying than cool cuz like you're in the building and you just die. And like people focus
Yeah.
their fire on this one building because that's the only one that could collapse.
Yeah, I mean, at the time I thought it was cool.
Yeah, at the time, but after a lot of matches played, you know it's going to collapse. It's going to happen. It's
There-
expected.
What is it? There are a few things in 2042 that, like on the cargo map, you can actually go up to the winches next to the boat. You can rip the wall off the side of the boat and open up
Hmm.
another way to get
Hmm.
in. And then anybody that's underneath it dies.
But there's no unscripted destruction in terms of the buildings.
Well, it was scripted.
It was
in 4.
scripted because
Yeah.
the people had to do it.
How about in
Once-
5?
In 5, there are the V1 rockets.
Pretty sure
there
people
are-
hated the amount of destruction in 5.
Somewhat.
I
But
always thought Battlefield was like one of the big things about it was the
the destruction, yeah. What is it? In Battlefield 1, do you remember there wasn't levolution. There were the vehicles that would come in at half, like whatever team
Oh,
got to
like the
the
train.
half the
Train.
tickets. It wasn't just the train, it was the blimp, the train,
Mm.
the giant tank. There was a few more. I forgot what they were, but
People didn't complain about those.
They didn't.
If they did, they forgot about it.
mhm.
If
But the
Battlefield
thing is,
5,
if the Zeppelin goes down and it drops on a city, it destroys everything in its path.
I think I remember
which is
that.
pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, like those actually did stuff to the map.
Wait, is Battlefield 1? Sorry, I know I caught out for that. I'm
Mm.
trying to think. What is the one with the little snow town? Is that 5?
That's 5.
Okay.
I mean, Battlefield 1 has a snow town, but
Yeah, but the buildings in there I remember could be destroyed.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry, Jay. What was the thing?
If Battlefield 5 had come out on Steam, I bet the same thing would have happened. It would have gotten review bombed.
Yeah.
This never happened before because this is the first Battlefield that released to Steam.
Hmm.
Like the first like official release. I mean, of course they put the other games onto Steam, but by then people had forgotten about the controversy.
Seems
So-
great, but it has its community that's very picky.
they're
Yeah.
too picky though.
Yeah.
Have either of you been to the 2042 Reddit?
No.
It's just people basically saying like how they can get the most number of negative reviews out
Wow.
and like how much they hate the game. It's a subreddit for the game that they just dedicate to bashing it.
Well, the thing is, the people that actually like the game left it, and then it just leaves the people that hate it together to just boil in the hate.
yeah.
So it's like it doesn't help in any way.
Yeah, if you go to the Battlefield Reddit, there people are saying, "Wow, it's so toxic over there in 2042. Let's just play the game and have fun."
Yeah.
And then Battlefield 2042 Reddit is just like a cesspool.
I think
pretty
also
much.
probably people that are like maybe you have just gotten the game, they might like join some Reddits or Reddit pages or something. Maybe they go to 2042
Mm-hmm.
and then they already have a preconceived notion of I am not going to like this game.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
like that's the other thing is like that's why I know we do this too. We don't usually look at reviews and take their their personal opinion. Like we look at certain objective things that they do in the video or talk about. But like if they don't like the game, that doesn't necessarily mean that I won't like the game.
Exactly.
So, but there's a lot of people that maybe they join a Reddit or something and they see the negative reviews and they're like, oh, this game's automatically bad.
Usually on Steam, a mixed review usually means I'm not going to like it. Not because of the review, but it usually like most games are pretty accurate with the reviews.
Yeah.
But certain ones are mixed and I really like them. I can't think of any examples, but
Well, PUBG was mixed for a long time.
oh, that's true. Yeah.
We loved PUBG.
Like certain times people just get really mad when there's like a big groupthink thing going on.
Yeah, and they can change their review later on.
Like with GTA 5. Last year, it was getting review bombed because Rockstar did something they didn't like. So they all changed the review to negative until Rockstar changed it back.
I mean, I don't know. I guess in a way, it's protesting certain like gaming companies or studios because they may do something like I don't know what Rockstar did.
I forget. They might have. I can't speak about it because I don't remember.
But like for instance, like let's say a game. Let's say like Destiny, where they changed. I don't know where it stands right now in terms of reviews, but. Like something like that, I would change my review to negative in terms of like voicing my opinion.
Yeah.
So I think in some ways it can work and it's fine, but obviously in other ways it can be abused, like how it's being with 2042.
Like what is it? On Steam, like you can post a review, but the thing is, to post it, you need to actually own the game to keep that review up. So everybody that gave a negative review on Steam own the game.
It says project refunded though. So
Sometimes it depends.
They'll keep the review.
Sometimes it depends. But the thing is, people are buying the game. It doesn't matter if it's a negative review or a positive review. People are buying it.
Yeah.
They're getting money.
Yeah.
And so why does it matter what reviews they're getting?
People in the game that are playing it say, "Man, this game sucks." Continues to play for another 7 hours.
And then the other people that don't want to hear that are like, okay, then just get off the game.
Yeah.
If you hate the game so much, just get it off.
I see that a lot. Like especially like I watch Doc a lot.
Yeah.
And he like craps on so many games, like even Halo. Like, I mean, his sort of his part of his persona is being like raging. But he'll play Warzone and he'll say this game's absolute garbage, and then the next match he's having a good match and he's having like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a lot of people like that. Like I think that's part of his persona and he does that on purpose, rages. But yeah, people will play 2042 and they'll continuously play it, but then they'll keep saying this game's garbage. I hate this game.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why are you still playing?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the GTA thing. So it was review bombed because Rockstar sent a cease and desist to a modding platform, and they didn't like the fact that they did that.
Modding
It
platform?
was a certain modding platform that put on single player and multiplayer mods on GTA,
Oh.
and they basically said to stop, and so everyone review bombed.
I don't know. Is that such a bad thing?
Modding multiplayer.
Well, modding
Oh.
multiplayer is bad
Oh, like cheats?
unless
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
what are those servers? Roleplay servers?
Why would
Yeah,
anyone,
but then you'd get a whole separate like launcher for that though.
why would
Oh, that's
anyone
true.
be mad about that? Everyone hates when someone's flying an airplane in the city and aimbotting
you
your
don't,
car.
I guess we don't realize how many hackers are actually in
Oh,
online.
it was a hackers review bombing.
It must have been.
I think the issue was that it also hindered single player mods at the same time.
Oh,
But I mean, the multiplayer mod thing isn't a bad thing.
yeah. I don't know. But I was playing the other night. I played with Sam, and then recently I played with Zebby too. Hazard Zone I really like. But
You played Battlefield with Sam?
yeah, the other night he just got it and he's like, "Oh, you want to play some?"
What does he think of it?
He likes it.
I've noticed that everyone who's gotten it really likes it.
Yeah, Zebby likes it.
Mm-hmm.
We say don't listen to the reviews, and they don't, and they get it. And they're like, yeah, I don't understand the reviews. It's
Yeah.
a fun game.
But with Hazard Zone, I was playing it because me and Sam played like 3 rounds, and then I played with Zebby recently too. But remember, I think it was last week we were talking about, or the last podcast we were talking about the maps situation where the Hazard Zone maps are the maps for multiplayer.
Yeah.
And when I was playing with Sam, I kind of got that, like it was starting to build up where I was like, these are just the maps for multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like I wish they would have developed specific maps with Hazard Zone or found a way to incorporate them, kind of like with Blackout.
Mhm.
Like incorporate different portions
To
of the
add
map.
them together.
But I was like, because I kept playing the what is it, Singapore or the city
Manifest,
one?
right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right,
Where, I forget what it is.
The cargo ship one?
No, the city one.
There's a couple city ones. Are you talking about Kaleidoscope, which is like the Korean city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was playing that one, and at a certain point, I was like, ugh. Like I didn't not like it. I still enjoyed it. It was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I had that feeling where I was like, I am replaying the same maps.
Okay, the first time you played it, you didn't play too many of the multiplayer maps. Then you went to Hazard Zone, and you thought it was a new thing because you never played this
played that
multiplayer
map,
maps
yeah.
before. And then you go to multiplayer, start playing those maps, you're like, oh, okay. This
Yeah,
is like,
it's just a different. I mean, it is a mode, but I would have really liked something that was specifically
Yeah.
developed for it.
I feel like if they did that, then all the streamers would still be playing Hazard Zone.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I
They
think-
played it for one day, I think.
Yeah, I
Or
think it's
some
just
of
the
the big
map
ones.
things that's keeping them from it.
Yeah.
You guys want to get into House of Ashes?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
enough
it.
rabbit trailing. So we're gonna do the spoiler section at the end again.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll warn you.
I gotta say that this, I think I speak for all of us, but this is my favorite one yet.
It is.
Yeah,
sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think for me, it was a little bit too long because there were a couple
Yeah.
parts where you end back in that throne room. You're there like
Yeah.
4 times, and I got tired of that room.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go
Yeah.
somewhere different. So the game could have been maybe like an hour shorter.
Yeah, I
And-
finished. Okay, so I have to say that I played this last night. Most of it. So I played it the night before, like maybe an hour or two. You guys were with me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had to finish it last night, and I finished at like 4:30 in the morning. And it was one of those things where it wasn't like how me and you were playing Resident Evil 2, where I think we played that till like 3 or something to beat it for the podcast. And it was at the point where we were like getting really annoyed, and that kind
Yeah.
of tainted our it tainted our view on how we viewed the game. But that didn't happen with House of Ashes. I actually enjoyed it, even though I was tired and I was just a little frustrated. Like you guys know what I'm talking about, but at the end, where it's not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, you got to be kidding me. But like, needless to say, I really enjoyed it, even though I spent pretty much 5.5 hours playing it in one night, and it was like 4:30 in the morning.
Mhm.
I
Wait,
still
Wait, you spent
liked it a
5?
lot.
How did it take you more than
It
six
took
and
me
a
like
half hours?
6.5 hours. Yeah.
Really?
An extra half hour. Where did that come from?
I don't know. Well, oh yeah, that's right. I went to go get some food.
Oh,
So I could
Taco Bell?
Yeah. Dude,
Nice.
Taco Bell is so good.
I haven't had it in years.
Ugh. So good. Anyway,
Taco
so
Bell.
I don't know where that came from, but
I don't know.
but I guess that shows us, that goes to show how much I enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
even because of the circumstances.
This game has more world building,
Yeah.
and one thing that's really cool is that all 3 games tie together, and you don't have to play them in any specific order.
Yeah.
I saw this thing on Reddit. It was a newspaper in Man of Medan talking about the archaeology expedition from House of Ashes.
Oh, really?
So that was their first game, and they're already planning like the whole story of the other games.
Well, they had
Huh.
everything planned out before they started these games.
yeah,
I
and
wonder
it's
how the
just,
next
it's
one's
good to
gonna-
see.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Star Wars started out without a plan, and it was just
yeah.
incohesive.
pretty much.
But this game, it's really nice to see when there's a whole story woven through.
But you don't need to play them. You could
Yeah.
actually play them in any order. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
They're not in chronological order.
And like in one of the games, I think it was Man of Medan, he says, "I'll see you in Little Hope, or maybe somewhere else. Like you can play any game. Like maybe you'll play Little Hope next, or you'll play another game next."
Huh. Did you guys see the in this one where there was like lightning that flashed and his
Yeah.
face changed?
yeah, as a
a skull.
skeleton.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I think
I'm pretty sure it's
much,
guaranteed.
yeah.
The song he walks into is called "A Conversation with Death."
Mm.
Also, he also mentions like I knew a poet in France, and he was talking about a poet that died in France. He's like, I once met a poet. In the first game, he's like,
You said blind poet, right?
no, he said a blind poet in Greece, talking about Homer.
Oh.
So he's talking about he met Homer.
Mhm.
But in the first game, he says, I meet everyone once,
Yeah.
which is pretty much saying he's death.
Yeah.
It's almost guaranteed at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But what I didn't know is that he shows up every time is a chance someone can die. So he's always there. You just didn't notice him because it's really subtle.
He's in the background?
Yeah.
Oh.
In Man of Medan, we noticed it a lot.
We did.
But in this one, it's a lot more subtle. Like his head will just be sticking out behind something.
I
Or
saw.
you'll just see, like,
I think
part
I
of
saw him twice.
I didn't see him at all.
I saw him once.
I saw him twice. He was at the end of a hallway, and then another time he was like next to some people in a little small room.
Yeah, but he
it's
always
weird.
shows up. He's always there when there's a chance someone can die.
Huh.
That's cool. I know for the last one, or for the last two that we played, we mentioned that Man of Medan had a cooler setting than Little Hope,
Yeah.
but this one has the best setting so
Mhm.
far. It's set in 2003.
It's in Iraq.
In Iraq, yeah, during or right after the war. And they're going to some site where what were they looking for?
They were looking for
Chemical
Saddam
warfare.
Hussein's, chemical weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, but instead they find this ancient ruin or whatever.
It was like,
Yeah.
was it Sumerian? It wasn't Sumerian.
Mesopotamian.
Oh, yeah, it
Was
was.
it was it
No, wait,
Sumerian?
I thought it was Sumerian because
I thought it was
something to do with
Mesopotamian.
the oldest.
But
Well, I don't know.
is Sumerian
oldest-
the same thing as Mesopotamian?
Mesopotamia is just that area.
Yeah.
Mesopotamia.
I guess it's a Sumerian.
I thought it was Sumerian
But there
because
was
of the,
cuneiform they found down there.
Oh, that is Sumerian then.
Yeah.
But another thing is I said this for the last ones, but this one the sound design is incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like in the caverns, everything is so immersive because you feel you're in every area with
Mhm.
them, whether it be a smaller room or a huge like that one hall that they're always in.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um,
And the start of the game is pretty crazy too. Like it's not
it's
not like Little Hope's
Nothing
intro.
will beat Little Hope's intro.
That was just
Yeah.
chaos.
Like that was insane.
But it was a really good intro to the game.
yeah,
It got you excited for it because the whole setting's really cool.
yeah.
Like I like the ancient history kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
ancient
very
civilization.
mysterious.
I like the aspect of like you behind them with their flashlight. Like you were behind them and they had their flashlight. And you
Oh,
can
yeah.
aim the flashlight.
That was
And
one thing. Oh,
What is
sorry,
it?
go.
Since we have RTX cards, I don't know if I don't know. I know. Okay, I don't know if there was a huge difference.
It looks good to me on I have a 1080.
Oh, I thought you said.
Well, I don't have
1080p.
RT. Obviously,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
you
have
don't.
RTX.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know if there was a difference. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
no.
Like we have 30. Okay.
No, calm down.
I'm kidding.
No, I'm just wondering because like if
Yeah.
we played the game without it, or if we played the game with it on, like if there was like there would be a difference.
Yeah,
Most
I'm not
games
sure.
I never even turn ray tracing on,
Yeah,
but it actually ran well in this game.
yeah. I mean, from what I played, game looked awesome. So I can't
Yeah.
imagine the reflections being even better.
Yeah.
The very beginning of the game, that area where you see the eclipse, that whole imagery was so sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was
it
really
was.
cool.
What were you saying? You said the flashlights or whatever.
I like the aspect of it.
I remember saying this, and Jay, you said that you were thinking the same thing. But the game has a lot of portions where you play as the character and you're walking around. I mean, they did this in the other ones too, but this one, the set pieces were huge,
Yeah.
massive. So it almost felt like partially not open world, but partially like portions where there was a big area where you can walk around.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it annoyed me, certain parts, because like you had to go to this one little section across the room, and I was walking around and I didn't know where to go.
I wish they would have added up some sort of mechanic where you could walk a little faster.
Yeah,
That would have been nice.
which I thought there was.
There wasn't.
because it maybe it was just placebo, but when I was holding triangle, you noticed he walked a little faster, but I don't know.
In the other games, you could have a run. There was
Yeah.
a run button.
Yeah, I remember
which
that.
was L1.
Yeah,
Which was
I tried
flashlight
that.
in
Yeah,
this
I tried
one.
that, and yeah.
So I don't know. Like I wish they added that. Yeah.
But the movement, like
it was really good.
each character felt different in the way that they moved.
There were a few spots the camera angles are odd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking
hallways.
about. Yeah, but like you'll be playing one of the characters, and he's a Marine soldier or something, and just the way he holds the gun, like the movement felt so good. But I was saying this, I wish you had an option. Like I know the whole game, it's set around what do they call it? Time events, quick time
QuickTime,
events.
yeah.
Quick time events. Yeah.
But if you were able to shoot a little bit, like with your gun and everything, I had a feeling that it would feel really nice.
Yeah.
Which this one does have that quite a
It
bit,
does.
but not like first person shooter kind of thing.
No.
It's a quick time event gunshot
Yeah.
where you have to aim it and click.
Did you guys fail any of the quick time events?
Yes.
If you
I f-
lost any characters, then you had to fail some.
You
Like,
Wha-
even if characters get scratched.
Well, no, not necessarily. I could talk about it later when we do the spoiler section.
Okay.
But whatever.
This
We'll
game
talk about
has
that
a
later.
lot more ways for characters to die.
Mhm.
And a lot more variations, because Chug and I, we played mostly the same, but we came out with different endings and even different gameplay events.
Yeah.
Also, there are more characters. There are playable characters, and then there are side characters, which you can either have alive or
Which
They can
they
die.
also have an effect on your characters.
really.
Well, yeah, sort of.
yeah. Oh, I kind of. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, because like the Asian guy.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk about that more in the
your
spoiler
outcome
section.
was or your gameplay was different because of him than mine
Yeah.
or JJ or well. Oh,
Yeah,
that's another thing.
And the same thing with I forgot what her name was. The other girl that
Rachel?
was with you,
Oh,
Clarice.
She? Oh,
Well,
I don't want to say anything. but
Man, it's so hard
Yeah,
not
it's
saying
hard to-
spoilers. It's like
Yeah.
what else? What's non-spoiler that we can talk about?
we can talk about
Mhm.
the story, like what it
Yeah.
is. So like basically they were going there to find because the main guy, I don't know, would you
Is
call
he
him the
the
main
Eric?
guy?
Is he the
Eric.
Blonde
Huh?
dude.
Yeah, he was the one who like detected like anomalies in this specific area that they were going into. So they dropped in with their group and I don't know, do people have to die up there?
What? Oh, in the top.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah, I think so. And then eventually like right where they were, they dropped down into this Sumerian temple.
But right from the start of the game, there are several choices you make that affect the ending of the game. Like the very first choice you make actually affects the
yeah.
last thing that happens.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I mean like the white phosphorus thing. You never even got a choice.
No.
JJ didn't go around the room and find it.
I did find it.
You did?
Yeah. I said, oh, you can't use this against civilians. It wasn't a choice then. It became a choice during the battle.
I told them not to take it, and they said, "Okay, we won't
So you
take
never
it."
had it at
Oh.
all?
I never had it.
Oh.
That's actually kind of interesting
Huh.
because the phosphorus made there was a huge decision towards the end of the game for me with that.
Yeah, same. I actually had it.
Yeah.
And also towards the beginning too. You used it a few times.
Yeah, I didn't want to take it because it was against protocols.
But you know
So-
these games.
I know, but I wanted to play it safe and not use it
Mm.
and not bring it along. But
I want to say that I think there are certain characters in this that I liked more than any other of the games.
yeah,
Like
Oh, yeah.
there's a couple characters.
Jason and Celine.
Jason and Celine were the best characters.
that
in the
I
was
game.
saw this
awesome.
picture, this meme. It was like, you know that meme template where the two buff guys are holding each other's arms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of them was Salim. The other was carrying the team like in the middle with the two hands.
Mhm.
And the other arm was the blacklight.
Oh, so it was just Salim in the blacklight.
Yeah, Salim and the blacklight were carrying the team
Oh,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Celine was awesome.
Salim with his
Spike.
spiked staff.
He
Dude, he
killed
was
so
of
many
metal.
things.
Yeah, he was crazy.
I don't know. We'll talk about that more later.
But what's the evil laugh?
every single thing we're saying, we're
Yeah.
talking about later because it's like,
That's true.
I figure most people will probably stick around for the
oh,
spoiler
definitely,
section.
definitely.
Not everyone's gonna play it. The very start where the two dudes team up. I mean, I already knew what was gonna happen later on just because of that. Because like you know, the two enemies team up,
Oh yeah.
and like you do both sides. You plays both sides even
Mhm.
before anything happens. So I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, did you? What is it? I think it was later on. There was a QuickTime event where Salim was getting attacked by the thing. We can talk about later. Basically, Salim was on the right and the thing was on the left. There was a QuickTime event where you
Oh, I know
can
what
you
you're talking
can
about.
aim, and I was like, what if you could aim at Salim and shoot him?
Can you?
I don't know.
Huh.
Like, what if you could?
I don't know. You probably could. Like you can do stuff like that in Man of Medan.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know because it was in. It looked like you could. It was like two choices. Like you could shoot Salim or you could shoot at the thing. So I don't really know.
Huh.
Mm.
But the character building, we're talking about Salim. Another thing that this game does that I think was kind of like how do I say it? It was it could have been risky, but what they did is they played with an idea of, obviously there's an Iraqi and then there was the American soldiers, but they paired together and then you kind of see things from like two different sides.
Oh yeah.
And like it could have been a little risky, like depending on how they did it, but it was amazing because it like gave humanity to like the other side.
Yeah, they did it. They did it very well.
But it was like there's this horror and all this stuff, but then with interwoven in that was like this really good story.
Yeah,
about
because
two different. That's like kind of like Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At the end where
Like the
two
Germans.
soldiers-
Yeah. Like Jason, the whole time he was wearing a hat with the Twin Towers on it.
Well,
it
don't
was
give away
a-
the ending or anything.
Well, I'm just saying, like it was. Wait, that's not it.
No, he wears it in the beginning.
He wears it the
Well,
Well,
yeah,
entire
but don't
game.
say anything about the ending. 'cause
I'm
they-
just saying,
they
like-
explain it at the end.
No, I'm saying
Oh.
he wears it with the Twin Towers on it, and that's kind of what back and forth like gets Salim and him talking.
Yeah,
Pretty much in a way, like with that specific thing that
Yeah.
you were saying.
it was done really well.
Yeah, it was. The tagline of the game, like they say it multiple times, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Like that's probably the tagline of this game.
yeah.
But it's really well done.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like even though what was it? Little Hope. Like the ending was like controversial. It still had. I don't know if Man of Medan did this, but it had that like underlying, like I don't know if you call it lesson, but it was like forgiving yourself
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
things that happened in the past. But like this one was, seeing things from multiple perspectives and understanding people.
Yeah,
I don't think Man of Medan had one of those like
No.
morals, I guess.
that was like don't go fishing. I guess
Don't go fishing.
don't drive out in the middle of the ocean
Oh yeah.
and go diving. Oh, it was diving, not fishing.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, don't break the law. I don't know.
There's something
Probably.
I don't know. Don't sniff
Oh.
gases you're not supposed to.
True. Oh, what was
You hear
it?
that, Ben?
Yeah, little drug addict. Anyway, what was it? One of the characters in Man of Medan was in this one, and in Man of Medan, he was the nerdy brother with the glasses, and then in this one, he's this buff American soldier that has like a deep voice, but in
Yeah.
the
It was
other one, he
weird.
was like a nerd.
I couldn't take him seriously. Although halfway through, I kind of like forgot about
Yeah,
the
that's
last
what I was
game.
gonna
Yeah,
say. I got used to it.
At first, I'm like, I just see this scrawny little kid.
Yeah, it's just so odd seeing him like that.
Do you guys want to get into spoilers
Already?
I don't know. I'm dying to talk
You're
about
itching to
spoilers.
talk about
Spoilers?
spoilers.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I will say that I don't think I was necessarily scared.
No, it
No.
never
Um,
scared me.
It wasn't necessarily scary, but it was really intriguing.
Well, okay, they did it correctly. The other two games,
Oh, I know.
that every single jump scare was like insanely loud. You couldn't get away from it, and it was like it would make you jump, but not for the sake of being scary. It was like one or two that was actually scary, but the rest were just like annoying
Super
in a way.
loud noises.
But this one did it
Did
right.
Man of Medan do that?
Yeah, it did.
Because I don't remember it as much. Little Hope was really bad with
Yeah.
that.
That was
It was constant.
And the ones that actually scared you weren't loud,
Yeah.
and they were like more of like creepy, like what just happened,
yeah. They
Mhm.
play the loud noise to see if it could get you to
pretty
jump.
much.
This one, I don't think it had any.
No,
Maybe.
Maybe like
Well,
some
there was a
jump scares, but it
few-
wasn't loud.
Yeah, it was good. I like that.
it was more like eerie, like you see the hand,
Yeah,
or you see like something in the dark just move, and you're like, oh, well,
yeah.
I'm gonna die.
And a lot of the problems that people had with Little Hope, and that the way it ended and stuff, was not the case with this one.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, which
What-
I was very glad about.
Yeah, it was good.
It was totally different than what we expected.
I mean,
I don't know what I was
Not really.
expecting.
I wasn't expecting anything different. I mean, it was different in good ways,
Yeah,
but I wasn't expecting like a game just like the last ones.
yeah. I have honestly, I don't think I was expecting anything really.
Well,
What were you?
I mean, we could get into spoilers. It's kind of a spoiler.
What you were expecting beforehand?
Well, like what was in the caves
Oh yeah.
specifically.
Oh yeah.
Like,
It's more real than anything else.
Mhm.
well, I mean,
It's very
quote unquote real.
For a video
Well,
game,
well.
for
I mean,
for
yeah,
a video game,
yeah.
yes.
In
but,
terms of the
like,
story, like it's not anything superficial. It's real. Like
yeah. Oh yeah, I see. It's
Yeah.
not in your head. It's there. It's fully
Yeah,
there.
which I think
Mhm.
makes the story a lot better.
Yeah.
And scarier.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't really scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Man of Medan, I really liked it up until we got to the boat, or the big boat. Because once you're on there, it wasn't as interesting. I mean, I still like the game, but like I really like the part like leading up to it. You know what I mean? Like
Before
being
you
out
get
in
to
the
the boat?
water.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like things were a lot different once you got to the big boat.
Yeah. I think Man of Medan, there were a few jump scares, but this one I can't remember any jump scares that got me.
Yeah, none got me in this one.
This one,
He thought one got me because I moved right as one happened.
Oh yeah, I looked over and you like kind of moved in your
I was
chair.
like shifting
yeah.
right as it happened.
the story in this one and the characters in this one, more than any of the other ones, actually had me rooting. I mean, rooting for the characters, which I root for the characters because I want them all to live.
Well, there was
Mm.
one person I purposely killed.
You always have to kill
Yeah.
someone on
There was
purpose.
one person, which I was planning on killing 2 people. You can probably guess who those 2 people were.
I kind of I can.
I didn't care for them at all. Like I didn't want them to be in the
I
end.
think I know what you're talking about.
I
I know definitely one of them.
but I don't know. It's
There's so many ways for people to die. It's crazy.
yeah.
Like one of my characters died in a completely different way than his died.
Hmm.
And except they were like in the same area.
oh yeah.
It's I don't know. I was really mad about it, but we'll talk about this in a minute.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Do
Is
you,
that the
though?
one that I had the?
You weren't playing when that happened.
No,
it's closer
I-
towards
I
the
wasn't
end.
watching you play
It's
one.
closer towards the end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh yeah, not that one.
yeah, that one was kind of annoying.
But yeah, jump into spoilers now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're being too vague.
Yeah.
I know it's
So.
We all want to talk about spoilers because
Yeah.
they're really good in this game.
Spoiler warning.
yes. No, the 2 people I wanted to kill were Rachel and
Eric?
not Eric. I liked Eric.
Eric,
He was kind of annoying.
Well, okay.
he was kind of a
I
baby.
liked Eric
Yeah.
better than I liked what's his
Nick.
face? Nick.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to kill off Nick and Rachel. Cuz I didn't like that triangular
Yeah.
love story
How early
thing.
did you kill them off?
Okay, so the first time she fell off the cliff, I purposely cut the rope.
Yeah.
And then it turns out she didn't die. And then
so yeah, I was struggling so hard. I was like gambling because I didn't
Mhm.
know if she would pull him down with her. So I kept on going. Like
Mhm.
I didn't cut it. And then Nick comes out of nowhere and grabs Eric and pulls him up. Then the rope snaps.
wait, Nick went and helped you?
Yeah.
Huh.
So
That is weird. He wasn't in that part at all for me.
that's weird.
He comes in after
Yeah.
she falls.
Oh,
Yeah, the
that's
rope
right.
snaps and she falls no matter what.
Oh.
So she always ends up, which you actually see that as a premonition in the last game.
Yeah, you do.
Remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
In one of the scenes towards the end.
Yeah.
Little Hope.
But then
But yeah, that part was weird because I thought she died, but then the scene immediately after, you see the candlestick and all the flames are still lit.
yeah.
So
I told you that.
Yeah,
I told you.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
yeah, because he lights them at the beginning, and that each flame represents a person.
Oh, I didn't notice that. What I did
It
notice
only-
is that
It only goes out at the end. At the end of the game, they only go out at the end of the game.
Really?
Mhm.
But that was right after they died.
No, but like Rachel, we shot her in the head. We shot her in the head.
when was that?
But
When
you
did
don't see. Wait, what?
You shot Rachel in the head? When was that?
Well, Jason shot her because she was
Oh,
turning.
you had him shoot her.
Yeah.
What I did is when she was turning.
You placed her in the cocoon, right?
No, I didn't even do that. I did the other option where I was like, I'm not going to cocoon. And then she ran off, and they were trying to catch her. And then she turns. And towards the
What? I
end
didn't
of the
even know
game,
that was an ending.
and towards the end of the game, when for you guys, no, towards the end of the game, she had tried to attack me.
Oh, wait.
Like when
at
we were
the
going-
waterfall?
We were
Was
about
it-
to go up the rope.
The ropes, and then
She comes at
because
me.
Clarice attacked me there.
Oh, did you kill her?
We pushed,
we
we
got
pushed her off.
Yeah,
That is so weird.
yeah. It was
Mhm. No.
Rachel.
What is it? You and I got different Nick deaths.
Yeah. So he failed a quick time event.
The last QuickTime event where you had to like tap the X,
Yeah.
I messed up on one of them. and he got thrown on the ground, and 3 or 4 of the things came over and started ripping him apart. And I just saw organs flying everywhere,
What?
and you see his face all bloody as he's just like lifeless. I was like, what just happened?
I don't think they should bite you and infect you.
They were just ripping him apart.
Were those guys infected though? The hive?
The hive?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Yeah, they
I
were.
think so.
The aliens. Oh, Siri, what are you doing?
Yes, there were aliens.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I know. Which I actually liked that. It
Yeah.
was super interesting.
The scene where they showed the spaceship falling to Earth was so cool.
Yeah. But the aliens were peaceful beforehand.
Yeah, because they had like their language was music.
Yeah. But then something happened. I don't know if
A
you guys.
parasite.
Yeah.
The parasite somehow infected them on the ship, and because of that, the ship crashed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which turned them into vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Nick survived for me. So okay, so I had Salim, Eric, Jason, and Nick survive.
Mhm.
Those are my 4. What'd you
I
guys have?
had just Jason and Salim.
That's it.
Same for him.
I had Eric too with Jason and
Oh,
Slim.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had
No.
those two.
What I was saying before is the choices that actually matter.
Oh, no, I had Eric. I had Eric, Jason, and Salim.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, when Nick was down setting the explosives, you had a choice to make him go farther in or have him retreat back to them. I think all 3 of us had him go far in.
Yeah. I had
So,
that.
he still survived for you?
Yeah, so what happened is he went in there and he was planting the explosives, and then he set off the flare, and then we blew it up. But then he survived the explosion,
Yeah.
and then we went back after him, and then Salim stabbed the thing or one of the old ancient guy in the
Oh.
chest.
The ancient guy killed my guy,
He broke his
and I
guy's
didn't
neck.
I saw it
have
as a
any
premonition.
option. I didn't have any option to do anything about
I
it.
thought he was gonna die, but then Salim came which Salim was
Salim was
bad
awesome.
butt.
I love
He
Slim.
was awesome.
No, but I was so mad because he survived getting blown up. He survived the quick time events with the creatures, and then he just gets like his throat crushed
Yeah,
like seconds later. How does that even happen? Like
I
what
don't even
caused
know.
that?
yeah. The whole backstory to everything. Do you guys? I watched a video on it, but the whole like archaeologist thing and
Oh yeah,
everything that happened there was just so
there was like the
interesting.
12 or 13 pages with the videos.
Yeah.
that
That
you
was-
get to watch too. Really interesting.
It was so
stuff.
good. Like the story was just amazing.
They did a good
Yeah.
job with world building.
It was like the way they did Man of Medan with like the chemicals back in the World War II,
Yeah.
but they actually explained everything better, and it was
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. I
Well-
think it was a lot better with that.
What is it?
Yeah.
The first time you walk through that like the jail area, you walk down into the cave and you see the green. I was just like,
I thought it was
wait,
like gas.
it's like, what is this green? I was
Yeah.
like, why is this green like this? You go down, it's literally a giant alien spacecraft that's
Yeah.
open and massive.
I think it's such a cool concept that like the ancient Sumerians were worshiping these aliens.
Yeah.
It's just so cool.
It's awesome.
Crazy.
What else was I gonna say about that? I just lost my train of thought. I hate that.
Can you save Clarice? Are you able to save her?
Clarice,
Clarice?
Clarice. What am I
Clarice.
saying? It's Clarice, isn't it?
Yeah.
the other girl
No,
that was with you.
I don't. You
Yeah.
can't save her.
Yeah, because she gets taken almost immediately
Yeah.
and infected.
Can you save the Asian guy?
You can.
To
No,
the
no,
end?
not to the end.
Oh.
Okay. So what happened was I was the only one who. Wait, did you kill it? Did he die for
I
you?
suffocated him.
That's the lamest death
I
in the
was so
world.
mad. So you have this quick time event where so my brain is trained to think I need to do these quick time events, which they did this in the past ones, but this one was annoying because
Well, it was different.
because you're trying to keep him quiet, right? And he's already injured, and you're holding his mouth, and it does a quick time event, and I'm like smashing my button, and then the guy Jason's like, "Hey, you're suffocating him," and I'm like ignoring it because I'm just trying to do the quick time events, and then I end up suffocating him.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking in my head like, why?
Well, the reason it's so lame is like when they did that in previous games, it was more obvious. Like there's a rat coming out of your chest, and you have the option to stab it.
Yeah, at that point you already know the gas is
Yeah.
messing with your head.
But in this game, you're covering his mouth, not his nose. So he can still
Yeah.
breathe out of his nose just as well. But for some reason, he suffocates just from his mouth.
yeah,
Like, how does that make any sense?
No, I took it off in the last one, and he was alive for me. So basically, what happened was, though you were like, "Why do I have a choice here? Why do I have to like, go through this or go through that?" Right?
when
when right after you killed him, there was a choice to like
You
go.
can like go
oh.
through the pillars.
Oh,
or
yeah,
around
yeah.
it.
You're dragging, or at least I was dragging the Asian dude along with me. So what was the better option? I chose to go through it
Yeah.
just because it was safer, but it was a faster way, and he ended up surviving, which I don't know how from the amount of blood he lost previously, but later on he kind of recovers from that, and you know when you're in that giant giant room, there's like that pit,
Yeah.
and you're trying to like fix that radio.
Mhm.
So the Asian guy goes up to it and he's fixing it because he's a mechanic,
Mhm.
and he's like he finally fixes it and he's like, yes, I fixed it. And then the Iraqi guy that was behind
Dar?
the pillar over there, whatever his name was,
Yeah.
he just shoots the Asian guy in the head and he just falls over
What?
dead. I was just like, it's like we had so much trouble saving this guy. He just gets blown in the head.
I wonder how big of a part he was for your story. Because that whole, any dialogue or any character interaction with him are totally omitted from the entire
The
game. for
Asian
me.
guy?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he didn't really recover until that section of the game. So he wasn't really talking.
Oh.
He was more like just there
Hmm.
on the ground, like recovering from his injury.
Oh.
So,
It's kind of like The Last of Us 2, how anyone could die in any second,
yeah, pretty much.
and you had no clue what was going to happen.
That was a choice based?
That was
No,
not
it wasn't
choice.
I'm just saying, like, the way
Oh.
anyone could die at any
Yeah.
time.
I think he had to die there anyways.
Yeah.
I think it was more of like a scripted thing
I
that
forgot
happened.
how crazy Last of Us 2 was. Like, literally, total, like, one of the main characters will just get shot in the head, and you're just sitting there like,
Yeah.
what? And it's like no dramatic,
Yeah,
you're crying and like dying.
you have to
out.
get over it fast, and you have to like.
and then it keeps you going. It was really good.
It's crazy.
It was really good.
It
Well,
was really good.
certain parts, but
Wow, yeah.
yeah, let's not get into that.
What was
Go
I
listen to our
gonna
podcast if you want more information on that.
You brought it up many times.
say? Yeah.
Um,
What else is there?
the ending with everyone in the house.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this game does not know when to end.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. I was like, come on, because it was already like 4 in the morning.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
outside safe, and you're like yes, you're like yes, and all of a sudden the eclipse starts happening. You're like, really, really, come on, game.
Like, I thought I killed all these creatures. Why are they still coming out?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the eclipse.
Yeah, but if the creatures are dead, how can they come out from an eclipse?
Oh, I mean, there's still some in the temple.
Yeah. But I wonder what happened after the government showed up.
Well, how do they get the bodies out?
What bodies?
How do they get the bodies out?
Yeah, they
from
got
the
Rachel
inside?
out.
Oh, yeah.
They got
They
all
must
the
have killed the
bodies.
aliens.
I heard they said something like, yeah, it's pretty crazy down there. Because I think that they probably sent in a huge team and just probably covered it all up.
Well, Rachel, you can put her in the cocoon to save her, but there's an ending where she's in the cocoon and they don't find her. So
Hmm.
she's actually trapped there forever.
Oh, wow.
So, but the ending where they find her, you can assume that they go down and they're actually exploring everything.
Huh.
Probably
Does she
taking out
get
the
saved
aliens.
when
She
they find
can
her?
be.
Huh.
Yeah, there's a couple endings where she can be saved.
Well, because they find a way to remove the parasite,
Yeah.
and so when they go and get her, they can remove the parasite from her,
Mm.
and she.
I saw that you could save her by something to do with the UV. Like
I don't know.
they saved her when she was infected.
You can like burn
Eric.
the UV.
I don't. Yeah, something to do with the UV.
You might have
Like,
been able
if
to
you
burn
use
the
it a
parasite
lot.
out of her or something.
Mm.
Not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how that even happens though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, the two dudes at the beginning. I don't know what determines it, but I had the bald guy chasing me the whole game. And the dude with the helmet was in the cave, like only half of his face was.
Oh yeah, I
was
had
there.
the
Huh.
guy. I had the bald guy in the goop.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
The other guy chasing us. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what determines that.
Maybe the choice in the very beginning. I don't know.
which one?
Well, there
To run?
there was a choice. You can either run or fight.
I chose to fight.
I chose to fight too.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know what determines it.
Huh.
Might be random then.
I don't know.
What was the Okay, so the creatures are like these giant aliens that get a parasite and they turn into like these vampire things. which makes it terrifying because they're like 8 feet tall.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But what was up? So they don't necessarily kill you. They do, but they infect you. They bite your neck or whatever, or they implant a parasite in you. So
Well,
you
that's
don't-
what the parasite's doing.
Yeah, the parasite kills you, then it turns you into a vampire
Mhm.
or whatever. But what I'm curious about is what was up with when Rachel fell and she fell in that giant blood river? Like, what's the point of that? They don't eat you, they turn you. It's like, why was there a blood river and all those bones and organs in there?
Now, I thought it was because of the ancient, like, sacrificial grounds, because that whole temple was mainly for
Oh.
sacrifices, and they were killing thousands of people. But I don't know how the blood would still be there after so many years.
Yeah.
Maybe just like water reconstitutes it, and it just turns into this slush.
Yeah. That's
But I
that's
don't know.
probably it, actually. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because the bones, that shows something.
And obviously the creatures are probably inside that water, so it's not like stagnant. It's always moving because there's
Mm.
always creatures around it. So it might not have gone away. It might not have hardened.
Mm.
So
But yeah, the whole temple was pretty cool.
I love the alien idea. That
I
was
know.
so cool.
When they showed the alien spaceship, that was probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
yeah.
There was a certain part where you were like, what's going on? Like, what is happening? What was that part?
I think that was when I first saw the alien ship.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you first like see the green, and I was like, and then you go down, and then you see all this green goop and this like very weird looking like architect type of thing.
You know what the game reminds me of? Amnesia Rebirth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna
Start
say
off in the
that. I
desert
was gonna
and you
say
end
that.
up with the alien place.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I was thinking of the entire time. Like, it felt familiar.
Yeah. I didn't think of that, but that's really true. Thinking of it like in a way of if you were to omit the alien part, I don't think it would have been nearly as good as a game. Like it
No.
would have been a really good game.
Mm.
Because, but then again, I was thinking that maybe they were like an unidentified bat species that was trapped
Mm.
under there. But then the whole alien thing just like brought it to a whole new level.
Well, I was
Yeah.
also thinking, I was like, before I knew it was aliens, like, what if these things are like demons that
that would have
like
been cool
opened
too.
up like a portal from like hell or something?
That would have been cool.
That's what the ancient people thought they were.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I thought it was gonna be,
Mm-hmm.
but
But when you realize they can be killed, you're assuming they're not demons anymore.
yeah,
Probably some sort of creature.
I don't understand why did they start using the spikes like Celine before, like earlier?
oh,
Like they kept using the bullets.
they
but
kept
knew the
failing,
bullets.
and then Salim just killed everything.
Yeah,
Why did the spike work and bullets didn't?
because you
Well,
could stab right.
it's a
through the
vampire.
heart.
You have to stab the heart?
Yeah,
Well, maybe the parasite's
Oh.
right in the heart
no,
area first.
maybe, but vampires are like, if you
I mean,
know
yeah, you stab
vampires,
it
you
through the
have
heart.
to stab it through the heart with a stake.
Yeah,
And
which
so
I mean, they are vampires, but then again, they're also hosts for parasites.
yeah, which
it's
you
like-
might be right about them being in the heart,
What?
the parasite.
Oh, maybe. I don't
Because
know.
what is it? The parasite eventually kills the body, and takes over the body after.
Hmm.
And so that was bad. So if you kill the parasite, you obviously kill the body. So that would make sense.
What was up with that fluid keeping the dude alive?
Formaldehyde.
No, it wasn't formaldehyde.
I
It
think
was some sort of alien fluid that was keeping part of his brain from rotting, and it was still
It
alive.
was somewhat formaldehyde or some sort of property of it because in some of the documents they took the stuff from the what was it from the body or of one of the aliens, and then also Salim later says it smells like formaldehyde,
Hmm.
but it's like some sort of
It's like an alien version of it that
Yeah.
actually keeps things alive.
because in one of the documents it also says that it has some sort of like effect on the humans.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you inhale it, it'll make you kind of like with the mushrooms or something like that.
Yeah, I think what is it? That's what's inside the cocoons.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, okay.
covering the cocoons, keeping the aliens alive while they're being like, I don't know. What are they even doing in the cocoons?
Incubating. I don't know.
I don't know.
Wouldn't it be cool if there was like a few of the non-infected aliens alive?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
and you could see how they were before they got.
Well,
Yeah.
technically
Well, actually, you
there
said
were.
a skull.
Yeah.
There
yeah.
were. There was a part. I don't know if you guys did this, but you can actually walk up to one of these aliens that are sitting on like a vehicle. It looks like. That
Oh,
they
yeah.
had. And you touch it and it just breaks apart.
Oh yeah.
So obviously that's what they looked like before because
Yeah.
it didn't have wings.
I saw a thing where one of the endings, if you keep Jason alive, that one part where the thing breaks apart, there's a quick time event where you can pull him away. If you miss it and you don't pull him away, he'll at the end of the game it'll say he survived, but they don't know how much longer he has because it messed with his lungs.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's like so many little things that could just change
It's kind of like the bends in Man of Medan.
the bends.
If you go up too quickly, you get decompression
Oh,
sickness
yeah.
and just die at the end of the game.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You could just have everyone survive, but then all of a sudden she just falls dead.
Yeah.
That'd
Which
be
is the one you
horrible.
had, right?
No.
Oh no, you sir. Yeah,
And
yeah.
everybody went up
because
because we're not
Yeah.
stupid. We all know that the bends are bad.
Yeah, which I mean that was kind of like a. Why would that even be a choice if she knows if she dives a lot?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a choice for the dumb player, I guess.
Yeah.
If they didn't say what it was, a lot more people would like go up quicker.
Oh, the air pressure.
Like if they said we gotta decompress.
yeah,
If they didn't say that, we say, oh wait, we can't go up right now. Then I feel like that would be
Yeah.
like more of a choice.
that might
type
have
of
passed
thing.
by me. If he didn't say if he didn't mention anything, I might have just
Yeah, exactly. That's
like,
what I
not
mean.
thought
Like if
about
they
it and
didn't
did it.
mention that, then more people would.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess they mentioned it because they're showing that it's actually a thing in that world.
Mhm.
Because in game rules, things are different. You don't know how things work.
Yeah.
Nothing is really realistic.
yeah. Like GTA or something, you can dive all the way down and just come back up.
Yeah. So you don't know how things work.
Yeah.
This
Hmm.
one was just crazy good.
Yeah.
It
I think
was.
this one. So like one of their previous games, Until Dawn, which you guys should play that.
We need to buy a PlayStation to do that.
it's only on
though.
PlayStation. If it ever comes to PC.
If it was on PC, I'd have already played
Is it on PS5?
I have
yeah.
no idea.
Oh.
Huh.
Well, you can play PS4 games on PS5, right? Is
I don't know.
that a thing?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Well,
If we ever get a PS5,
Yeah.
maybe we can play it.
but that one that was like 9 hours long, maybe 10. It was a
Was
long
it?
game. Yeah, it was a long game. That one had incredible character building, and it was really good. But this one, with it being shorter, is even better than Until Dawn because of the character building, because of especially Salim.
Yeah.
I feel like he carried him and Jason carried the story.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah.
That was such a good.
People thought that Jason was annoying. Like certain
Really?
people. Yeah.
Towards the beginning, yeah. But when he started opening up a little bit more,
Yeah,
he became more relatable.
yeah. Which
yeah,
you could
true.
totally omit that and not open up,
Yeah.
which would have made him not likable, I guess. I
Hmm.
mean, I probably wouldn't have liked him if I chose the options where he didn't open up.
Because like
Yeah.
he showed no remorse for that or killing the girl at the checkpoint towards the beginning, but at the end he actually like shows that he has guilt for that.
Mm.
Just little things like that,
Mhm.
like him back home, and that the 9/11 thing wasn't his reason for going.
Yeah,
He was just using it as an excuse.
yeah.
That's what I was talking about before. I thought you were gonna talk about that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, for this. Oh, when he's
Yeah,
talking to
before
Celine.
spoilers. Yeah. But yeah, it's just really good.
Yeah.
I said that a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. What else is there?
I don't know. We were pretty much covered everything. I mean, there's the ending where they go. What is it? The people fully kitted out in the hazmat gear.
Mm.
They
Yeah,
went through.
is that going to tie into anything?
I don't know.
That
I'm assuming.
secret group? Because I never saw them before.
Like, are
Hmm.
they government or are they something else?
I don't know.
Well, obviously they're there to hide stuff. They're there to cover stuff up.
So it's like Men in Black of that universe.
I would assume so.
I looked this up, but I didn't. I looked it up, but I didn't actually read it because it was late. But they mentioned like when they were talking about the situation and everything, they're like, "Oh, this is almost like this." They mentioned another location. It wasn't Little Hope or Man of a Dawn, but people were thinking maybe that might be the location of where the next one is because they're like, "Oh, this reminds," or "This is a lot like
like a
this."
prequel almost, like before this
Yeah.
one. Maybe.
But like, I don't know.
Hmm.
Like it was just like a little detail that they said.
When did Man of Medan and Little Hope take place?
Little Hope was. Oh wait, no, they're all.
They're all
those are
very
present
close
day.
to each other.
Hmm.
Yeah. Who was the person she? Okay, so with
Wait,
Rachel,
was it in Man of Medan? Was it that military that went to the boat? Then
it could have been.
Oh,
I don't.
that would make sense.
That might have been it.
Because they were trying to cover up the chemical weapon.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I don't know.
What was it? Yeah, with Eric and Rachel, when she went to the diner that was in Little Hope.
Oh yeah.
Who do you think? Who was she talking to? Was that ever disclosed?
I don't think it was. She may have been talking to the curator. That was my theory.
That's what I
Wait,
thought.
what?
When he was like, "This is the happiest you'll ever be," and then when they leave the parking lot, they get hit by a car, and then Eric loses his leg.
Oh, yeah.
Which for me, like I picked any of the compassionate or understanding options, and even then, Eric was still kind of a jerk.
Yeah. I thought the whole thing about him getting in the accident and losing his leg was kind of a random subplot. Like they showed it falling over. They showed his leg at the beginning, like his prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
And then just this brief little flashback, they showed the car hitting him.
Mm.
It was just kind of a random plot. And it didn't really serve to move anything forward.
Well, I think it served as like the tension point between him and Rachel, which is why they never really had a good marriage because.
Well, that was
things
their
happen.
honeymoon, I think.
Yeah.
Because their cars had just married or something, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that.
It was cool how they brought Little Hope into it.
It is,
Yeah, I
yeah.
like that. But I'm so curious. Like, I wonder, it couldn't have been the guy from from Little Hope.
Wait, who
I
was
doubt
Vince?
He's probably in jail at that point.
Yeah. Was it the
Or, wait, did he go to jail at all? Pretty much every
Yeah.
time? No, I don't know what the actual like canon ending for it was.
Little Hope?
Yeah.
Was
it
the
him
best
going to
ending
prison?
No, no.
Well, no, the canon ending though. There's got to
For
be a
Little
canon ending for all the games.
Well, the canon ending should probably be the best, right?
I would assume so. Yeah.
He doesn't go to only in like a few. He goes to jail,
Mm-hmm.
and then most of them, I think he just kind of either forgives himself or doesn't forgive himself, and is kind of just left there.
So if it wasn't the curator she was talking to, she could have been talking to Vince, the boyfriend from Little Hope,
yeah,
or even the character you play as, because he is crazy. So he might
Yeah.
have just been rambling.
yeah.
Well, that was an awkward
That was a
silence.
weird little silence there.
We're all just thinking separately.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So the new game, serial killer.
In a place that you
Like
can't leave.
So like
That's
a
all we know
jigsaw
about
type
it.
thing.
Well, okay, if you watch the trailer, there were multiple times where people were like, there were like gates.
Yeah.
There were people like stuck in rooms that looked like temperature, like ovens in a
Yeah.
way. Like it could be something similar to that.
I can already see a ton of quick time events that are going to be
So-
like life or death if it's that type of thing.
What my thought is, it's gonna be these people get stuck in some sort of warehouse where he has all these traps and everything set up.
Mm.
That's what my thought is gonna be.
I just hope for the season finale, I just hope that it's big.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the setting sounds really cool. Like serial killer testing ground kind of
Yeah.
thing. But I don't know if it'll be as big as Aliens.
Yeah.
So they have to find a way to make it big.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to do. Maybe not big, but story wise,
They
more
have
developed.
to tie it in somehow.
Yeah. What if there's a recurring character?
That'd
well,
be cool.
actually, that would mean that there are canon endings.
That would make
Are there
sense,
canon
yeah.
endings?
I don't know. I'm not sure if there are.
I always thought that the best ending was usually the canon one because that's what everyone aims for. But it could be something in the middle. But then,
it could be whatever benefits their story.
yeah,
So they can take it in any way they want if they really
Mhm.
wanted to. Because there's so many endings.
for
I'm not sure.
this is for Clarice. Did you guys leave her behind? Or did you
Okay, so
oh wait, no, she always stays there.
I gave. Okay,
No, I brought her.
You can actually
Oh, you
string her
brought her?
over.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't know what I did, but I gave her the rope, and she said, "I can't go over because
Same
it's
for me.
too dangerous," and so she let the rope fall.
yeah.
But for you, she went over.
Yeah, and we ended up shooting her in the head.
Oh.
So she died anyway. But
Yeah.
And the head that kills him.
yeah.
Huh.
Well,
Well, okay, the bodies
No.
weren't dead yet.
she
Oh,
comes
it's-
back
Oh.
after that.
It's over time. The what is it? The actual thing in the body slowly kills the person.
But they
Mhm.
didn't know that. So they shoot Rachel in the head at least in my ending. And then Selim comes over and stabs him.
Rachel?
Yeah,
Oh.
she stabs Rachel. So I don't know if you saw that.
No, she just ran away.
So he stabbed her right after to make sure she wouldn't come back. But he was the first one to figure it out.
Yeah.
Which one dude figures it out and then the rest of the people can't.
Yeah, they kept using the guns. Which, I mean, it helped, but...
That World War II gun really helped.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I think, I did. I think that, like, shreds through them. Like, tears them to pieces.
Yeah,
so.
that was
Yeah.
awesome. Silence again.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think we're starting to
do
get to
you-
the end.
Do you guys know the backstory of the archaeologist? Did you guys look into that at all?
Not really.
Only from what they had in the game.
Exactly.
I kind of I heard the stories and stuff, but I kind of skimmed over it. But essentially, like that whole backstory was there was a lady that had a piece of the some ancient artifact, and she went to that location knowing that those things were there somehow. I don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
But she got to the bottom of everything, and she wanted to become one of them for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
He stabbed her, right?
Yeah, that's why there was that one point where there was, they saw the lady, or they saw a skeleton, and there was that spike in her heart
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But that whole thing was just kind of interesting because there are characters in the lore or the archaeologist thing that like you can research and look into, like the couple and how one of them died, and then she turned, and then he had to kill.
You know, it'd be kind of cool if they come out with a DLC with
For House of Ashes, or for
House of Ashes.
Oh,
That is like a mini story explaining what happened
you
to the
play the
archaeologists. That'd be kind of cool.
Everything would be set though, like how it ends would
Yeah.
be set. It would be no
Well,
choice.
yeah, there would be no choice, but you could at
Yeah.
least like see
Yeah.
what happened, or at least
Maybe
like
there are other characters involved.
Yeah, and you
There's
can-
like the one thread that runs through, but other things can happen.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe if they ever release some sort of like mini one where they have a couple different stories in one, like
Mhm.
explaining some backstories, that'd be kind of cool.
yeah.
That one picture. Remember how before we played the game, when this is when it first came out, a bunch of people were playing it. People kept putting the picture of
The
Jason,
vampire.
or no, not Jason.
Jay,
I forget his name.
the dude with the glasses.
The Ben Shapiro guy from the last one.
Oh yeah.
They kept putting him as the when he was turned.
I also saw a
I
picture
thought
of
it
an
was-
alien.
Oh, I never saw.
I
An
saw
alien.
a picture of an alien too. It was like, really, dude?
I never saw an alien, but that actually kind of misleaded me because at first I was like, don't put pictures of things like that in the game
Yeah.
that are obviously like.
Where was it?
This was it? I forget who put it. It might have been Penguin. What's that guy's name?
Penguin Z.
Yeah, I didn't watch the video, but he put it in
Mhm.
his thumbnail. Some other people too. That actually misleaded me because I thought it was some sort of like devil. I was like, what is this game? Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was a devil, so it didn't really do anything. But still, like, shouldn't put things like that. in
What
your
did the
thumbnails.
dude with the helmet look like when he was chasing you? Did he have horns?
No, he had two fangs and then these like horn things.
Well, it
in the
looked
back
like
on
two,
his
but
back.
were one.
So the
Yeah. It was
bald
like-
guy showed up for me, and he literally looked like the devil. Like he had horns coming out of his head.
Oh,
Like he was bald, and he looked like Satan.
he was bald. He looked like
yeah,
Satan.
bald people are Satan. Don't kill me for that, please. But he looked like the devil or like the leader or something.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it was him at first.
Yeah.
because like he was standing in the shadows the first time you see him.
Well, for
Yeah.
us, the dude looked like a vampire, but he had the same clothing with the same helmet, so you knew exactly who you were looking at.
I had a thought. I don't know. This didn't happen, but I had a thought where maybe they were like good. Like obviously they weren't, but I was like, oh, these guys are back. Like maybe I don't know. Obviously that wasn't how it was, but
Yeah.
it was just weird seeing them again. Or
Oh,
a
those two
person again.
guys. Yeah.
I think we should start winding down. We're
Yeah.
having these weird silences.
Yeah. That hasn't
Alright.
happened in a while.
Yeah, maybe we're just tired. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you are.
Or
Well, yeah.
we
Type
pretty
4.
much covered everything that we needed to cover.
Pretty much. When's
Yeah.
the next one coming out?
Next year,
How many months?
October.
What?
Oh,
It comes out. Every game comes out. So 2019, October 24th or something. Man of Medan came out. 20. Was it 2018 that Man of Medan came out?
Probably 2019 because there's been
Hmm.
two.
20. 2019,
And it's
2020 was Little Hope, and then this year was House of
Really?
Ashes.
Well,
And then
it'll
next October is The Devil in Me, which is the
Yeah,
next
Man Up
one.
and Down was 2019.
be wow.
Yeah. So it's
It'll be
every year there's one that come out.
Huh.
It'll be in our roster
Yeah, that'll be
for
good.
next Halloween series.
I thought they came out like a couple per year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought
You could probably do it for a finale or something.
But there's so much work that goes into those.
yeah, the
Just
writers
the animations.
yeah.
There's got to be multiple teams.
Yeah.
I wonder how
I'm
big
sure.
the studio
There
is.
has to be multiple teams because like if they have that many people going, they might have. What if they have all 4 games done and they just release it every year?
I
that
doubt
could-
that.
They would have to develop them all back in
Oh,
2018
true.
or 20.
I mean, it's
yeah.
best to publish one, see the reception, and then change certain things before coming
Yeah,
out.
True.
Yeah, they probably have the stories planned, but then they develop them like year by year or something.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
But
All right.
But yeah,
best one,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
definitely.
Sure.
think yes, it is the best one. But
we had this thing on the table the whole time. This little remote.
No, gotta hide it
yes,
behind the tree.
Oh yeah.
behind the moving tree.
Moving tree? Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot the tree reacts to sound.
Oh yeah,
It's been going off the whole time.
it's a little delayed.
Yeah. All right. I think we're gonna wind down. So thanks everyone for listening, and we will see you in the next podcast.